Brockhampton is back. Brockhampton is back. We missed you. If you haven't been following Brockhampton for too long, unfortunately, one of their members who was a premier and prominent part of the group was removed due to certain allegations and misconduct that was going on that they didn't know about. A lot of fans were wondering how would they come back without Amir Van? How would they make their return? We got the answer to that on Late Night Jimmy Fallon when they performed a new song. They introduced their new album, The Best Years of Our Lives, and the song was called Tonya. In the song Tonya, essentially what Brockhampton does is they each kind of talk about a certain anxiety or fear that eats away at them, and it's almost like a sort of support group having a meeting, and certain people in that support group specifically stating like what bothers them or what they're afraid of. Now, it was a very somber song. Naturally, people are gonna speculate that, oh, it's because of Amir leaving and that's what caused that. But I feel like they have always had at least one or two songs where they kind of go into this and talk about what makes them anxious. You know, Bleach was one on Saturation 3, so it's not out of the ordinary. I think just the way that it being the first song specifically that they've shown us since going on a bit of a hiatus, coming back, this is being the first song, it is a stark contrast from the puppy snippets that we were getting, which seemed to provide a brighter and more, vibrant feeling. But this is Brockhampton, so I don't doubt that there won't be songs like that on there. Where Puppy was supposed to be their summer album, the Best Years of Our Lives will be able to overtake that and still have the same theme of a summer album. So I don't feel as though this one will be a darker one. Amir being kicked out did affect them in some way, I'm sure, and I think it'll come across in the music, but it won't be to the point like this entire album is about Amir. This entire album is just going to be about how sad we are that Amir had to leave and how upset we are at him and all that. It won't be about that. I still think the idea of the best days of our lives, it is a nostalgic sentence. And so when you hear a nostalgic sentence like that, usually immediately when you hear something like that, you immediately start to think about all the memories you've had and how you want to go back to those times. What this one will be about is sort of that same thing. And so Tonya embraces the fears that they have now and illustrates those. I think what the other songs will be is them in certain past moments having the best years of their lives. The scariest thing about achieving a dream is losing it. It's sort of like when you have an actual literal dream and you wake up and in that dream you felt like you were just like so close to something, and then you wake up and it's all gone. What Tonya sort of is every member of Brockhampton, facing that and talking about how it pains them and what anxieties like spawn from having success. As a big musical group who have found themselves on the come up very fast, they are no doubt aware of the fact that it can be gone just like that. Like, fans can just vanish just as fast as they come. And so they're already feeling a little bit nostalgic for the times that they used to have. It's not just the dream either that terrifies them. It's how the people around them are affected by their success and how it's changed their relationships in ways that may feel at times irreparable. Once you achieve fame, there's a certain part of you that can't go back to just a normal life. And so Brockhampton is exploring that and how it affects all their members. The song itself goes through these stages of soft contemplation, a soft, very gentle, sad contemplation, to frustration. The chorus gives the perfect backdrop of thoughts of feeling nostalgic and trying to reach out to a past that you can't be in anymore. When Matt Champion just kind of yells, "I don't matter," it's such a visceral thing to hear it, and I think a lot of people will be able to relate to that kind of anxiousness where you feel like you don't matter anymore and you feel like your time has passed you by and you feel frustrated because you can't get back to what made you great. That's the ultimate tragedy of time, is that you never have enough and you also have too much. You can never go back and you can only go forward. And so the best years of our lives will no doubt try to talk about that exercise in futility. Puppy was just going to be like a summer album that embraced the moment itself. The best years of our lives is going to probably visit sweet times and sweet memories. Overall, I'm still excited. I cannot wait for this album for Brockhampton, and I hope that we all get to see the best years of our lives. Hopefully they're not here yet. Hopefully they will arrive sooner rather than later. Please.